The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Here goes the last DJ.
Gentlemen, I wash my hands of this weirdness.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode of the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. It is Tuesday, June 22nd. We are your daily dose of laughs and levity in a crazy, crazy world. I'm joined by my co-host, the Savage One, Mr. Tony Spark. Tony, how you doing today?
Hey, doing good, buddy. Well rested, and finally sucked it up and bought air conditioning for my townhome. So it's nice and chilly. It's comfortable in here. It's a good feel.
So much so that you're even wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, I wore a hoodie because I had a tank top, but got a little chilly. But for the show, had to represent Metallica. They announced the the 30th anniversary of the Black Album comes out September 10th, and I woke up to that news and I was all jazzed. I almost dropped $250 on their big ultimate package, and then I realized, wait, you just dropped a lot of money on AC. Maybe you could just represent the hoodie for Metallica today.
Yeah. Regardless, 30th anniversary of the Black Album makes me feel old.
It makes me feel old too. That's probably one of my favorite albums of all time. It's fantastic. I know show's not about music, but if you're a Metallica fan, check out the trailer. I did watch a sample of they were releasing a other album, not Metallica, but in honor of the Black Album. It's like 4 CDs, 53 artists covering the Black Album. Hey, you get Miley Cyrus, the Woo. There's all kinds of weird bands, but it has Volbeat covering Holier Than Thou, I think.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, this is good. It's good snippets. A lot of trashy versions, but hey, kudos to them. It all goes to charity. So
there you go.
Whatever.
And then well rested. We had essentially an unplanned 3-day weekend.
Yeah. We were screwed yesterday regardless. I overslept, which that's not what caused it, thank God, but it was some travel stuff going on yesterday.
Yeah, I had to take Jessie to the airport originally before the show, but then her flight was delayed, so it happened during the show. But luckily enough, Tony was sleeping in, so it didn't matter anyway. And
I would have missed regardless.
Exactly. But we are here today with a brand new show, and we'll tell you a little bit about it here in just a second. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and kick things off the way we do each and every day with a question for my co-host. Tony, if you were in an ongoing on-again, off-again relationship, what would you do to test your love? What length would you go to see if it truly has what it takes to work out?
If that's what it takes. Didn't I do that from 2014 to 2016? On again, off again, on again, off again.
But you didn't go to these lengths. Yeah, what would you do? What single act, would sort of hopefully cement that relationship?
Man, so I joined. I won't say it, but I went to church a lot, and I'm not a church going dude, but I went to church every week, and I tried to be something I wasn't, which I advise everybody, don't be something you're not. But,
right.
I took up Christianity, and I went through all that phase, and, that was the lengths, because the girl that I dated at the time, I felt was worth it. And it was, in hindsight, wasn't worth that experience, but, it is definitely it was keep going back and back. But she's a great gal, so I wish her well. But
Right.
yeah, that was the extreme length. Mr. Middleman decided to go to church on the weekly basis, and it didn't really pan. It was for the wrong reasons. It was for a girl, not really to better myself or anything.
There you go. Well, all that goes to say that a couple who chained themselves together for 3 months as a test of their love finally had their clasp cut and immediately broke up. Alexander Pedley, 33, and Victoria Putstovitova, 29, of Kharkiv.
I'm going to put it in your Safova. I like.
Kharkiv in the Ukraine spent 123 days together, but admitted their efforts to repair their on-off relationship didn't work. As their chain was finally severed by giant cutters in Kiev at the Unity Monument, where they were locked together. Boy, words are hard today. The pair said they couldn't wait to go their separate ways. I want to live my own independent life and grow as an independent person, said Victoria, who shouted hooray as she was cut free. Wow. I'm finally...
Hooray! Screw you, son of a bitch!
Sounds like she wanted out more than he did.
Yeah.
Alexander, who came up with the idea after Victoria said she wanted to break up, thanked their supporters who followed their unusual journey on Instagram. He said, "Thank you all for supporting us. Look, we are now at a distance from each other. We were happy, and we are now happy to have had this experience in our lives. For nearly 3 months, the couple had no personal space and did everything together, from bathroom breaks to grocery shopping. Unsurprisingly, the pair said the lack of privacy had cost them their relationship and their wedding plans." So, if you're trying to repair your relationship, locking yourself together for 3 months, probably not the best way.
You couldn't even do that with your best friend. You probably would kill each other at some point, or you'd want an insane amount of time away. You know what I mean? Like, I love you, bro, but I don't want to be chained to you.
I don't blame
you.
Too
much. And that's anybody. It's it's simple. This is, why don't you just do something simple? Go on a road trip, go on a vacation for a weekend or a weekend. And you'll kind of get a gist if you can handle being around each other for a lengthy amount of time. That's why it's always good to also live with each other first before you pursue marriage and stuff. There's a lot of the crazies that are like, all right, we're not going to have sex, we're not going to live together and stuff. And you start adding all those dynamics in, man, and that changes the flow of things. So it is good to, at the very least, vacation, live together. You'll get a sense, man.
Exactly.
There's more to life than just farting in front of your partner and stuff, and pooping and all that stuff. Those are levels and layers, but you gotta understand it. You might go nuts, and I'm glad I did with that one girl, because man, I tell you, that trip in Seattle, what a nightmare. Ugh.
Well, it sounds like in this case, it was probably more of a publicity stunt than anything else. But
I would never agree that to any amount of money or anybody. Ugh.
Nope. Well, folks, it is Tuesday. We've got a wonderful show lined up for you today. Let's talk about today's show, shall we?
Let's do it.
Tuesday!
Now, today's show will be the only live show of the week, so we're doing things a little bit different today. As we do on Tuesdays, we've got Animal Tales sponsored by roughriders.org. Now we're going to be incorporating our Thursday segment of Florida Man. And instead of this day in history, rounding out the show, we're actually going to be capping things off with good news, everyone. So folks, do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
Behold, my precious. Ooh, yeah, let me tell you something right here. It's the Loot Crate subscription box, yeah, full of exclusive loot, fun surprises delivered to your door every month.
Just pick up your favorite geeky genre, Daddy.
From the original Loot Crate, the Loot Crate DX collectible boxes, dude! Cowabunga!
To the Loot Gaming video game box.
Woohoo! Yee-hoo! Wowzers! With crits starting as low as $11.99 per month, there's a box just about for all collectors.
To get your geek on, head over to phoenixmedia.us/Loot Crate and claim your exclusive offer. That's FENIX media.us/Loot Crate. Great Scott!
Snap into a loot crate, dig it?
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks. This is the Kristian Fenix radio show. We've got a thing we talk about each episode. It is the Fenix Line, our 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week voicemail line, giving you guys, the listeners and watchers, an opportunity to chime in on anything whatsoever. Maybe you change yourself literally to your significant other for 3 months. We want to hear about it. Give us a call at 855-FENIX-RADIO. That's 855-FENIX-RDO or 855-336-4973. All we ask is that you keep it entertaining. We'll compile those together, put them out in a future show. Now, it is the second, not the second segment, but it is Tuesday. And as we do on Tuesdays, we like to explore animal tales, sponsored by roughriders.org. Now, Rough Riders is a local 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the transport of dogs from the outlying rural shelters where they may not have a chance, bringing them here to the metro northern Nevada, Reno area, working with other shelters and rescues to find them homes, give them a second chance at life. If you want more information, head over to roughriders.org. That's RUFFriders.org, or on Facebook at facebook.com/roughriderssaves. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into Animal Tales.
Dogs and the cats, they take up the middle where the honeybee hums and the cricket fiddles, the donkey brays and the pony neighs, the old gray badger sighs.
Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with the big to-do, and the old cow just goes moo.
Do hippopotami moan and groan? Is that the sound they make?
They might. I don't know. I don't know if they actually do or not, but they very well could.
According to the song, they do. In any case, let's go ahead.
Where they moan and groan, and the old big cow goes moo.
Let's go ahead and get into our first story here in Animal Tales. So a little bit older, but too good to pass up. A Wisconsin woman had the shock of her lifetime when she awoke on New Year's Day to find a grown man snuggled up in the dog bed with her 150-pound Borbal, a South African Mastiff. When she awoke on the couch where she dozed off watching New Year's Eve celebrations on TV, The Wisconsin resident Lynn Sarver was startled to find an intruder passed out on the living room floor, snuggled up alongside her dog Benton in his bed. Normally, when somebody walks by or somebody comes in the house, he does a lot of barking, Sarver told ABC affiliate WISN of her 150-pound Mastiff. But for some reason, when this stranger walked in through the front door and laid down in the dog bed, Benton decided to sneak a snuggle with the intruder instead. Sarver and her roommate rushed to the kitchen to grab a knife before calling police. When they arrived, they learned the 24-year-old man, who lives just a couple doors down, had stumbled in after 3 a.m., too drunk to realize he had entered the wrong home. It seemed like he was just an inebriated nice young man, and it was an honest mistake, Sarver told WISN. But seeing somebody sleeping with my dog was weird, she added. The inebriated intruder was apologetic and rightfully embarrassed, confessing that he had no recollection of events after about midnight. He later learned that a friend had dropped him off at Sarver's front door, where he simply walked in, passed out on the nearest comfortable spot, right next to Benton. Looking back with a laugh, Sarver says it did inspire one New Year's resolution: to lock her doors. Could you imagine that? Like, I've got the two pitties here, waking up to find somebody snuggled up with the two of them and, just obviously not knowing what to do. Obviously, it was an honest mistake, but in this case, it could have gone a lot worse, I'm sure.
That could have been bad. Oof, that would have been bad. It would have been creepy. And then number two, why the hell does your dog not alert you? Like, your pitties would not allow that, dude. No way. You get near the window and stuff, they're on high alert. There's no getting into Fort Myers. That just isn't happening. So
exactly.
Or the Phoenix Palace.
I would say it'd be different if we knew the person. Like, Tony, if you wandered in the middle of the night and saw the dogs, they'd probably be okay.
Yeah. It wouldn't do much. But yeah, if you're a stranger, no.
Not so much.
So, no.
Well, let's move on with our next story here in Animal Tales. So apparently llama drama hit the 400 series highway on Wednesday. Ontario Provincial Police are searching for the owner of a white llama that was found wandering on Highway 400 near King City. Officers responded to the southbound lanes of Highway 400 in the area of King Road around 8 p.m. Are you missing your llama? Please come get him or her and bring your trailer. It appears to be healthy and not hurt, a tweet from the OPP's Highway Safety Division Twitter account read. If you have a horse trailer, we could use your assistance. In the footage circulating on social media, a llama can be seen walking on the highway as police circle the animal. And of course, they posted the Twitter post up here on, the thing as well. Boy, words are just escaping me today.
That's okay. Since we don't have words are hard tomorrow, we're fitting it all in today. It's like a big overloaded sandwich, It
really is.
It's in there.
But needless to say, if you are a Toronto, Ontario resident and you're missing your white llama, chances are we know where it is.
I just can't go there. I can't do this because I get probably in trouble, but there's somebody I used to work with that got sent away for making a comment about something with a llama. I'll tell you off air.
Okay, I'm curious.
I can't really say it because there are people I work with that watch the show. They'll get it. But
all right,
yeah. But all I can picture is that person. And when you say OPP, then I just say, yeah, you know me. So,
exactly.
Your brain is just built to do that now.
Yep. Let's keep rolling on with Animal Tales. All right. So one southern rockhopper penguin at the St. Louis Zoo.
Rockhopper?
A rockhopper.
I like turtles.
Has an extra spring in its step these days. Enrique, whom zookeepers estimate to be around 30 years old, was recently fitted with a pair of custom cushioned shoes to help him with his arthritis pain. An eagle-eyed zoogoer noticed the shoes last week and shared a photo and exchange with a zookeeper on Facebook. According to the Dispatch Post, Enrique, who came to the zoo in 2016 and has gone far past the median life expectancy of 10 years in the wild, developed calluses on his feet, and creams and sprays his caretakers were applying washed off anytime he got wet. We started thinking outside the box, zoo veterinarian Dr. Jimmy Johnson told the Post-Dispatch, and that's where the boots came in, not the football coach.
No, I was thinking that. That's what he did after his football career, huh? Calluses for rock hopping penguins.
Exactly.
Right on. It's cool.
The zoo staff worked with the New Jersey company Therapon, known for its dog boots, to fit Enrique with his own fancy footwear. He wears the boots black, so they are somewhat camouflaged, while in his habitat during the day, and caretakers remove them at night before he sleeps. He's a pretty easygoing bird, said Johnson. We put the shoes on him and set him on the ground to see what would happen. Initially, he took some big steps, and then he took off. Though he was starting to slow down as his calluses worsened, the Post-Dispatch reports he's moving around more these days and no longer requires medication for his feet. He's swimming more than he used to. He's climbing higher on the rocks than he used to, said Johnson. I guess he didn't mind. So, elderly penguin got some new shoes and is loving life. It's like orthopedics for a penguin.
Rock Hopper! The Rock Hopper penguin named Enrique gets new shoes from former NFL coach Jimmy Johnson. He's a dancing happy penguin. He rocks out, and he likes to rock out to Dawkin because he's rocking with Dawkin, and his name's Enrique.
It could also be the race car driver, Jimmy Johnson, as well. So you never know.
It could be. Yeah. Jimmy Johnson.
And let's finally move on to our last story here in Animal Tales. A Connecticut aquarium plans to auction off the chance to name 3 of its 5 recently arrived beluga whales to raise money for their care and to offset the cost of transporting them from Canada. President and CEO Stephen Cohn said the Sea Research Foundation has teamed up with the New York-based auction house Guernsey's to hold a fundraising auction on August 19th at the Mystic Aquarium, which it operates. The 3 whales will get what we refer to as stage names, and they would be referred to by those names going forward, he said. We've named other animals in the past, and people get very excited about the opportunity. It really makes the animals part of the community, and the community feels they are part of the experience of welcoming the new animals. The aquarium hopes to raise $4 million at the auction, which will also include donated art, perhaps a boat or vintage car, and some unique experiences, such as educational dive trips with scientists to places such as the undersea Northeast Canyons and Seamounts Marine National Monument in the Atlantic Ocean, Cohn said. And, anytime you give the public a chance to name anything, I have a feeling one of these whales will be named Whaley McWhaleyface.
I like it. This is Whaley McWhaleyface, Arenado, and Blackman. Whaley McWhaleyface is quite the handsome little whale.
Exactly. Well, folks, that does it for Animal Tales. When we come back, it's not Thursday, but we're going to run down some Florida man. So don't go anywhere. Yeah. Right back.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST, F, face drooping, A, arm weakness, S. Speech difficulty. T. Time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm going to do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix Radio Show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks. This is the Kristian Fenix Radio Show, and we are all over social media with many of you watching us as we speak on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Now, if you do want to enjoy us from the comfort of your own home or on the go, download the ngbn.tv app on your smart TV or mobile device. From there, find the Fenix Media channel. You can get this great show and other great shows on Fenix Media. Well worth checking out. Now, if you want to get a hold of me on social, I'm available at facebook.com/Kristian Fenix Radio. That's Kristian with a K, Fenix with an F, radio, of course, with an R, or on Instagram and Twitter at Fenix Media Radio. Tony's available at facebook.com/Tony Spark. That's SPARK 81, or on Instagram at Tony.Sanfilippo81. Now, it is not Thursday, but as I mentioned at the top of the show, since this is our only live show of the week, we're doing sort of a live best of the week segments. And so Tony's here to take us through Florida Man.
Are you here with us?
Lamel erection, pitching a tent, sporting wood, bicycles formed, marches on.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Stiffy, Mr. Mortis. Rigor mortis is set in. Flesh rocket, Jack's Magic Beanstalk, Tall Tommy, Mushroom on a Stick, Mr. Mushroom Head, Purple-Headed Yogurt Slinger, and Pedro.
Pedro?
And I forgot to mention before I played the clip, the reason we play that clip is because
Pedro!
Florida is America's penis. So
yeah, that is a good one. It's a lengthy little intro, but it's a fun intro from Varsity Blues.
Exactly.
Great movie. We're going to start out in Bryan County, Florida, where an officer was sent to a local dentist's office because a patient came in for a dental checkup and was asked to pay her existing overdue balance before the dentist would see her. A dentist office staff member said the patient began arguing with other staff members, then started using profane language and began yelling at the other patients while telling them the dentist office was a scam. The staff member said the woman was retrieved her debit card and threw it at her, striking her in the shirt below the neck. Staff member said she was not injured. When the staff member said she was calling the cops, the patient and her husband left. Staff members just wanted to document the incident and were told to call back if the patient returned. So pissed off, person. I ain't paying this.
So you're telling me, Tony, you have to pay for services that you get? That's crazy.
Not in Florida, you don't. It's just, come on, fix my teeth, man. Make them sexy white, okay? Make them like Juan Pablo's, dang it. We're going to Daytona Beach. No big deal. Well, we have another fun one where a Florida man has been accused of spraying his neighbors with roach spray and attempting to use nunchucks on them, hitting himself in the head instead. Over a loud music complaint, Larry Adams of Daytona Beach is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. An affidavit filed by Daytona Beach police officer states that the officer was called to a disturbance around 1:15 a.m. Monday at the Adams apartment building, where he spoke to 5 alleged victims, all women. According to their statements, 2 of the women were sitting in a car listening to music to celebrate one victim's 18th birthday. 2 of the other women, who are related, stepped out of their apartment and asked the women in the car to turn the music down. The 5th woman was in a nearby parking lot. As the woman talked, Adams came out of his apartment and became verbally combative with the women. The victims stood their ground as the defendant cursed and made various threats, one time threatening to air it out. The woman took the slang as a threat and that he would shoot them with a firearm. An argument continued. Adams pulled out a can of roach spray and sprayed the women in the faces and their bodies with pesticide. Adams then threatened the women with a set of nunchucks. The woman believed after being sprayed with bug spray, they ran for cover. Adams used martial arts weapon to strike the vehicle where the woman had been listening to music. When the nunchucks came out and struck the defendant in the forehead, the defendants then threw the nunchucks at the car. Whoops. This story is just crazy because it's like this little African-American guy and he's like holding nunchucks. And oh, man. Anyways, the girls were not hurt. It goes on just to get crazier. It's a pretty lengthy story, but basically,
how does it get crazier than roach spray and nunchucks?
Yeah, it just goes nuts because then there was 2 small kids in the car, so they had to witness this guy chasing him with nunchucks, swirling him around. He was arrested, and he's somewhere in Daytona Beach, but just nutty, I tell you. Let's see if this one can top that as we go to Brevard County, Florida, a place I am looking at. A Florida man was arrested and charged after the Palm Bay Police Department said he stole pool floats for sex instead of raping women. Oops, okay, earmuffs, kids. Authorities stopped Christopher Monin on his bike around 1:25 a.m. Oh, he's a winner. He's quite the handsome fellow, let me tell you. According to officials, in the past 7 months, the city of Palm Bay has been plagued with burglaries in which the suspect cuts the screen and enters the victim's back pool area, stealing only pool floats. There have been 13 reports made at this time. Victims say that they had been robbed several times by Monin, but only reported the burglary after the second or third time it happened. Monin spoke with authorities and said that he went into the backyard pool area because he was able to see the floats from the road. He added that he had stolen several pool floats from multiple locations and would occasionally have cut the screen to get inside. Monin drove officers to the vacant house where he keeps his pool floats. Officers say there were approximately 75 floaties inside, including one that the victims described. Monin told authorities that he sexually gratifies himself with the pool floats instead of raping women. The victims in this case chose to pursue charges and stated that she had been burglary 2 to 3 times from this gentleman. He ain't a gentleman, I'll tell you that. She told the officers that her screen was cut in order to open the lock she had secured the night before. Monin is charged with occupying burglary, petty theft, and criminal mischief. His bond was set at $500. This guy, okay, big curly hair, tiny face like from Beetlejuice, like the shrunken face, with a mustache, and he looks like he's whacked out on meth, but come on.
I mean,
I get sex with the pool floaties. I especially like the one with the flamingos because it's pink.
Better with the pool floaties than with actual women. But I was able to find a surveillance clip of him stealing a inflatable turtle.
Oh, I like turtles. I don't have my soundboard brought up because of the articles, but oh, geez, Louise. This Florida man, okay, another winner. Definitely looks like meth's involved with this guy as well. But At a McDonald's in Florida, people enjoy their Big Macs. Well, a 62-year-old man removed his clothes and performed a strange dance before apparently trying to have relations with a railing. Investigators say that John Morgan was arrested Sunday after his impromptu 7:30 p.m. performance at Collier County McDonald's, charged with trespassing. The homeless Morgan was booked into the county jail a misdemeanor. He's scheduled for arraignment on July 3rd. Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to the McDonald's due to a report of a male taking his clothes off and doing a strange dance. Why am I picturing Jay from Clerks 2 doing the yeah, and this guy went full blown. Anyways, he was trying to have relations with a railing, and I can't stop laughing because there's just so many like links right under it, and it's like pool float freak, fence freak. I'm assuming the pool float freak was the guy we just covered, but
lots of freaks, yeah.
Oh yeah, but that was it. He was just arrested. He was trespassing. That's what he was charged with. So
you're so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
Gives whole new meaning to the term McDonald's play place.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, you can definitely tell what the problem is with Florida, man. It's meth. Their faces are all sunk in. It's nuts. This one, no picture other than it's a brief story, which is good. A Florida man is in jail after law authorities said he threw a samurai sword at deputies. Again, in Brevard County, the sheriff's deputies responded to a 911 call Wednesday from a woman who said her son was threatening her with a pair of swords. Florida Today reports when deputies arrived, they found 24-year-old Jeffrey Crane holding the samurai swords. He refused to put them down. Investigators say Crane threw one of the swords at the deputies. A stun gun was used to subdue Crane, who had a blood alcohol content of 0.36. The legal limit to drive is 0.08. Crane faces several charges, including domestic abuse and aggravated assault on law enforcement. He's still being held in Brevard County Jail on Saturday. Jail records won't say if he has a lawyer. Again, rethinking this Brevard County thing, man. Just a little
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Boy, you pair him with the guy with the nunchucks, and they're two people away from teenage meth head ninja Floridians.
I like that. That's the soundbite of the day right there. Let's go. We have one more time. Let's why not? Let's make it a naked woman. Naked woman was nabbed last month after terrorizing customers at an Aldi grocery, and she's in more trouble following an altercation in jail. Mandy Michelle West, 29, was lodged at the Sumter County Detention Center since her arrest in May, when she was completely naked and climbed into a car with an autistic 17-year-old whose mother had stepped into the Aldi grocery store at US 301 and County Road 466 in Oxford. West drove the car out of the parking lot, but was stopped by the teen's mother, who climbed into the car and sat on West. Okay, preventing her from putting the car into gear, according to an arrest report. West, who was already facing charges of battery and assault in connection with the Aldi incident, was charged with digging her nails into the arm of a guard at the jail. West has been ordered on July 3rd was ordered on June 3rd to return to her cell. She disregarded the order, began to walk away from the deputy. A second deputy intervened and attempted to guide West into her cell. She threw a cup of water on him, broke the skin of the arm with her fingernails, and spit at him. She's facing new set of charges of battery on a law enforcement official, resisting law enforcement official. Man, Mandy, you are making great life choices, young lady. Great life choices.
Way to go, a-hole!
And that is Florida man ending on Florida woman. Nunchucks, samurai swords, pool floaties, and McDonald's. Naked people. Crazy.
This Florida man had it all. Well, folks, we are headed into the final segment of the show, and we're not doing This Day in History. In fact, we are doing good news, everyone. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal, and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks, to the fourth and final segment of this episode of the Kristian Fenix radio show. Now, if you missed a portion of the show or you want to go back and catch up on any of the previous shows, it's easy enough to do so. Head over to phoenixmedia.us, click on the show's link, scroll on down to the Kristian Fenix radio show. From there, you can get video, you can get audio as well, or head over to wherever you get podcasts. Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, TuneIn, iHeart, Doozer, Dozer, Geezer, Gozer.
Are you a god?
Thanks to Darth Vader.
Yeah, no Dorothy today, man. I did not really have one planned.
How about you?
Yeah, that's okay. While you're there, be sure to subscribe. That way you always have the latest episode. Leave a review. Let us know what you think and tell your friends. Because why, Tony?
Sharing is caring. Like, subscribe, follow, share us, love us, like us. Thank you.
Send up smoke signals, Morse code, whatever it takes. Just pass us along to those you know and love. Well,
That's
folks,
right.
At this point of the show, we normally drop a little knowledge on you, hopefully make you laugh at the same time with this day in history. However, with this being sort of a live best of, we're actually going to round things out with a segment that we do on Fridays where we like to turn the tables a little bit on bad news, divisiveness, hate, with a segment I like to call
Good News, everyone.
So kicking things off, for years, this 26-year-old had been dreaming of finding his own precious gems to create a special engagement ring for his future spouse, something to be one of a kind. After a coworker told him that he could actually mine for diamonds in a state park in Arkansas, he hatched a plan to go on a cross-country road trip to Crater of Diamonds State Park. Kristian Fenix even made some mining tools to take on the trip and watched many YouTube videos on how to find gemstones in the park, and he did everything in secret so his girlfriend wouldn't find out. Accompanied by a longtime buddy, he left Poulsbo, Washington on May 1st. Along the way, they tested their equipment at a Montana sapphire mine before arriving at the Arkansas diamond site 6 days later. On his third day of full-time mining the 37-acre diamond search zone at Crater of Diamonds, Lydon was wet sifting when he spotted it. He immediately knew it was the prize that he had traveled more than 2,000 miles for, the gemstone to adorn the engagement ring he would present to his girlfriend Desiree after 2 years of dating. I saw it shining as soon as I turned the screen over and immediately knew it was a diamond. I was shaking so bad, I asked my buddy to grab it out of the gravel for me. Lydon placed the gem in a plastic bag and carried it to the park's Diamond Discovery Center, where staff confirmed he had found a large yellow diamond. Weighing 2.2 carats, Lydon's diamond is the largest found at the park since last October, when a visitor from Fayetteville discovered a 4.49 carat yellow diamond. According to Assistant Superintendent Drew Edmonds, Mr. Lydon's diamond is light yellow with a triangular shape and a sparkling metallic luster. Like most diamonds from the park, it contains a few inclusions, making it one of a kind. As beautiful as this diamond is, I think the best part is the story behind it, Edmonds continues. Since the 8th grade, Mr. Lydon has dreamed of creating a special ring for his future wife with stones and gold he mined himself, and now he can make that dream come true. Lydon told the staff he had already successfully mined enough gold to have a sufficient amount for the ring band, and now his quest was complete. I was just hoping to find a couple smaller stones and had planned to buy a center stone later, but that won't be needed now. Lydon plans to mine for opals in Nevada before returning home and wants to design an engagement ring alongside his bride-to-be using all the gemstones collected from his cross-country mining quest. Finders of large crater diamonds often choose the names of their gems. Lydon named his the Washington Sunshine because it's got a nice light yellow color, just like sunlight in Washington. Edmonds says an average of 1 to 2 diamonds are found by park visitors every day. In total, over 75,000 diamonds have been unearthed at the Crater of Diamonds since the first precious stones were discovered in 1906 by John Huddleston, a farmer who owned the land long before it became an Arkansas state park in 1972. Last year, before the second wave of the coronavirus pandemic hit, the second largest brown diamond ever found at the Arkansas park was uncovered, weighing in at over 9 carats. Admission to the park's diamond search area is currently limited to 1,500 tickets per day, and many are sold online at craterofthediamondstatepark.com. So, talk about a DIY type guy who went out, got all of the materials he needs to make a beautiful engagement ring for his bride-to-be. That certainly makes that my
good news, everyone.
All right. Mine is going to be about a little guy. The world loves it when the little guy pitted against enormous obstacles beats the odds and comes back to win. So you might say Richard Scott William Hutchinson, who celebrated his first birthday on June 5th, is the ultimate small but mighty contender. When Richard's mom, Beth, went into premature labor, he wasn't due for another 131 days. He weighed in just at 11.9 ounces and measured 10.2 inches in length at the time of his birth. Richard's age clocked in at a scant 21 weeks and 2 days. After the tiny infant was sent for care in the neonatal intensive care unit at Children's Minnesota Hospital in Minneapolis, his parents were told he had 0% chance of survival. But Richard set out to prove the doctors wrong. That's exactly what he did. The icing on this miracle baby's first birthday cake, having Guinness World Records officially declare him the most premature baby to survive. But the road to Richard's landmark birthday wasn't an easy one. Constraints of the coronavirus pandemic prevented his parents from staying at the hospital with him. So each day, Beth and Richard's dad, Rick, made the commute back and forth from the family's home in St. Croix County, Wisconsin, to Minneapolis to visit the newborn son. We made sure we were there to give him support, Rick told Guinness World Records. I think he helped him get through this because he knew he could count on us. Rick and Beth fought for Richard day after day and never stopped advocating for their baby through it all. Their strength and ability to stay positive and hopeful even during the most stressful and difficult times was inspiring. Neonatologist Dr. Stacy Kern told GWR. Words are hard, right? We got to say that. 6 months later, Richard was finally ready to go home. I couldn't believe this was the same little boy that was once so sick that I feared he might not survive. The same little boy that once fit in the palm of my hand with skin so translucent that I could see every rib and vessel in his tiny body. I couldn't help but squeeze him and tell him how proud of him I was. But it is amazing to see how tiny he was to where he is now. So happy birthday. I'm glad he survived. That's awesome.
That's amazing. It's by comparison. So he was 11 ounces when he was born. My son Reese was nearly 11 pounds heavier than this child who, as you mentioned, had translucent skin. It's crazy what doctors and medicine can do nowadays. And the fact that he's celebrating a 1-year birthday at this point is absolutely amazing.
It is. I love stories of preemies making it. My niece Annabella was a preemie. She's obviously still around, kicking, and just awesome little kid. And I hope this little boy has such a wonderful life. I mean, what a great story. And just to see how tiny he was, it's amazing. So awesome news there.
Certainly qualifies as
good news, everyone.
Well, folks, with about a minute and a half left, I had a backup story just in case we finished a little early, but that's a little too little time left on the clock. So, we're going to do something we do every day.
Yeah, we do on the do.
Today's holidays, where we talk about the things that we like to celebrate. Not many of them, but some good ones. It is National Chocolate Eclair Day.
If you like that.
Here's one you can appreciate, Tony. It's National HVAC Tech Day, now that you've got some fresh AC going on there.
Heck yeah, baby.
It is National Onion Rings Day. All right.
Not bad.
It is Stupid Guy Thing Day.
Yeah, that's kind of every day. Yeah, we all do stupid stuff.
Everything we do and nothing we do is stupid. And it is World Rainforest Day, which is, again, should be pretty much every day.
Yeah,
right?
Yesterday was cooler. It was National Skateboarding Day, National Selfie Day, and it was World Music Day yesterday.
There you go.
So celebrating yesterday's today just for fun. That was all because of Snapchat filters. That's the only reason why I knew.
Well, folks, that does it not only for this show today, but for the rest of the week. We will be running best ofs and then be back with another live show the following Tuesday. Enjoy your week, everybody.
See ya!